na lang, Dre. Meron pa namang Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday para makabawi ka sa glam.
Sige, magbabarong ako bukas. Magbo-bowtie ako sa Webes. Tapos sa Biyernes,
Si Pawi na naman yung
sige,
Panindigan mo yan, ha? Panindigan mo.
Panindigan mo.
Joke lang, di ba pwede magbirot? Kayo
Ganun
naman,
daw, Webes, Pao.
At saka yung bow tie na bow tie ba sabi mo?
Yes, boss.
Yung maganda, yung tinatali mismo, yung hindi kinakabit lang.
Yung kiniklip lang.
Wala. Ayoko na. Meron. Pero alam ko yung sinasabi mo. Meron ako na kiniklip, pero din ako yung dinatali.
Ayan! Talo mo si Jeff Bezos.
His wedding.
Got so much hate for his...
Tuxedo. Yung mga Italian na mga gumagawa ng suit, sobra siyang nabash.
Oo nga eh.
Sisave ko na lang yun for the wedding.
Andre, for your wedding,
Yes.
please.
Yung, taga lang yung FT namin, sabi niya, wag muna, stretch pa, stretch. Si Oti na sa stress sa inyo.
Si Odi, babe. Hindi, pero nagsimula to lahat dahil sa glam look
Yes.
ni Denise na parang mahabang tennis skirt yung suot niya. Bukas, no, yung Wimbledon, tama ba?
Yes, when is Alex's match?
Alex, first match ni Alex.
When nga?
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Si Barbara Krejcikova. Siya yung defending Wimbledon women's champion, ranked number 17. Medyo mabigat. Talagang baptism of fire yan para kay Alex. But of course, we're rooting for her all the way. And if she beats Krejcikova, talagang it will,
Leapfrog na naman ang ranking.
Meron akong tanong, guys. So, yung lagi kasi siya natatapat sa sobrang bigati na tennis player.
Paano nangyayari
Oo
yun?
nga. Paano yun?
Nagkakataon.
Sadya ba?
It's what you call, it's what you call luck of the draw. Kasi as you keep on progressing, of course, you keep on facing the higher seeds. And dito, nagkataon lang dahil hindi naman kataasan yung rank niya. Although, nag-improve siya, pero here in Wimbledon, it's her first. So, nagkataon, nakatapat niya yung defending champion.
Imagine.
But you never know. You never know.
Yes.
She might pull off
Oh,
win herself again and again.
Yes. Okay na? Pwede na, guys?
Okay na daw. Pwede na
lang.
lang.
Looking forward to your glam look
On Thursday,
on
both
Thursday.
Hindi na?
Bukas barong, ha?
Ha? Bahala na. Ira ako
Ay, nako, chicken!
Yung chicken, ano na naman siya, magka-cape na naman siya.
Sige. Promise tomorrow. Tingnan natin. Palaban tayo. But thank you once again, ladies of the big story. Always entertaining to do the handshake and of course our banter, chikahan portion with the primetime newscast, frontline tuloy, primetime newscast of One News. The big story with Cez, with Sean, and with Pauline. Okay. From the primetime newscast, the flagship newscast, let's go to the sports newscast of One News. Because on our show, we have a packed one for you on a Tuesday. Filipino-American NBA star and Gilas Pilipinas standout, Jordan Clarkson. Denise, I have to be biased. I'm happy about this because he's taking his talents to New York, to the Big Apple. Plus, more highlights from another packed day in the NBA offseason.
And we've got updates from the PBA Philippine Cup semis as well as the PBL on tour.
I'm Andre Felix.
I'm Denise Stan, sitting in for Cheska Liton-Calao.
Buckle up. Here we go. And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Navino, the show by Mamoy leads, Victor Moves puts it off. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuffing another one. Bakulas rejecting Estevo for the win.
Jordan Clarkson is indeed heading to the New York Knicks. NBA insider Shams Charania reports that the Phil-Am star will sign with the team once he clears free agency waivers with the Utah Jazz. The Jazz have already waived Clarkson after agreeing to a contract buyout. Last season, the Gilas Pilipinas standout averaged 16 points and almost 4 assists per game with Utah. But the Jazz had the worst record in the league with just 17 wins and 65 losses. The Knicks will be Clarkson's fourth NBA team. He's also previously played for the Los Angeles Lakers and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Meantime, the Dallas Mavericks shore up their backcourt by getting veteran point guard D'Angelo Russell. D'Lo and the Mavs have reportedly agreed to a 2-year deal worth $13 million. The second year of Russell's deal will have a player option. D'Lo is expected to fill in for Kyrie Irving, who will be recovering from an ACL surgery. Last season, Russell played for the Los Angeles Lakers before being dealt to the Brooklyn Nets. He averaged 12.6 points, almost 3 rebounds, and 5 assists per game.
As for the Houston Rockets, well, they continue to beef up their lineup with not one, but 2 more notable signings. Reports say Dorian Finney-Smith agreed to a 4-year, $53 million contract with the team. Finney-Smith averaged almost 9 points and close to 4 rebounds the previous season, playing for the Brooklyn Nets and the Los Angeles Lakers. Rockets have also brought back veteran center Clint Capella on a 3-year deal worth $21.5 million. Capella was drafted 25th overall by Houston back in 2014. He played for the team until 2020, then transferred to the Atlanta Hawks, where he spent the last 5 years. Capella put up averages of close to 9 points and at least 8 rebounds last season for ATL. Finney-Smith and Capella now join a Houston team that features a young and promising core, as well as superstar Kevin Durant, whom the team acquired just last week.
We've got more NBA offseason news later on the show. For now, let's head to the PBA as Barangay Ginebra San Miguel head coach Tim Cone braces for a healthier Junmar Fajardo come Game 4 of the Philippine Cup semifinals tomorrow. Fajardo has been dealing with a calf injury, which he said even had a slight tear in it. He's been coming off the bench since Game 2 but saw increased minutes in Game 3. Fajardo had a better outing in that last match with 12 points and 14 rebounds in 27 minutes. Cone says 2 days of rest could be enough for the 8-time MVP to regain his form. The multi-titled coach anticipates the possibility of Fajardo starting in Game 4 and says he will adjust his rotations accordingly. Ginebra enters Game 4 with a chance to take a commanding 3-1 lead in the best-of-7 series.
We were just talking about that as we were sitting down, whether they're going to start Jumar after 2 days rest. I would assume they would. I assume that as soon as he's ready to start, they will start him. But they had some really good success in game 2, not starting him and having him come off the bench. And we had to kind of change our rotations because in case Jumar came off the bench. So we were able to adjust our rotations a little bit. First game surprised us. We had really no clue that Jumar wasn't going to start, and so our rotations kind of got screwed up when he came out of the game and Japeth was tired. So this time we tried to save Japeth a little bit and match him up to Jumar.
Meantime, the rain or shine Lasso Painters head coach Yeng Giao hopes history will not repeat itself as his team goes for back-to-back wins in their series against the TNT Tropang 5G. ROS finally got on the board by winning Game 3 thanks in part to the absence of TNT star R.R. Pugoy. The veteran shooting guard aggravated his left hamstring injury back in Game 2 and he remains doubtful heading into Game 4. In the past 2 conferences, TNT and ROS met in the semis, and the Tropang 5G ended up taking both series in 5 games. Here's Coach Yeng talking about breaking that trend.
Of course, malaking bagay wala si Pugoy, no. Yung panalo nila Game 1 and Game 2 was really just the brilliance and outstanding play of Pugoy in the first game. And then the outstanding play of Calvin in the second game. No? So pagka na-solve namin yung dalawa, mas malaking chance namin. No? So we were really just focused on playing defense and rebounding. Siguro naman subukan naming i-break yung trend na yon. Wednesday is the big game. We feel that if we can break through. Kasi pag series namin, 4-1 kami ng 4-1 So at least napantay na namin yung level nung dalawang playoffs namin sa kanila. Pag nalalo kami sa Wednesday, ibig sabihin nag-improve na kami. So tingnan natin kung makakarating sa ganun.
Well, one of the guys who has been at the forefront of Rain or Shine's campaign is Adrian Nocum. And ahead of the crucial Game 4, Nocum inked a 3-year maximum extension to stay with the E-Painters. Nocum, the last pick of the second round in the season 48 draft, averages close to 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, and a steal through 16 games so far in the Philippine Cup.
Now, tomorrow's doubleheader in the PBA Philippine Cup semifinals will take place at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Action starts at 5 p.m. with Game 4 between sister teams Barangay Ginebra San Miguel and the San Miguel Beermen. Ginebra leads the series 2-1. Then at 7:30 p.m., it's Game 4 of the Rain or Shine Alaso Painters versus the TNT Tropang 5G. TNT likewise has a 2-1 advantage. Catch all the action live on PBA Rush, RPTV, and streaming on the Pilipinas Live app. Now from basketball, we've got all volleyball updates after the break. Find out the latest from the PBL On Tour as it makes a quick stop in Metro Manila. Play-by-play, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play, only on One News. Back to the NBA. Well, another big NBA trade this time between the Denver Nuggets and the Brooklyn Nets. The Nugs are reportedly sending Michael Porter Jr. along with a 2032 unprotected first-round pick to the Nets. Now, in exchange, as you can see on your screens, Denver will get Cam Johnson from Brooklyn. This ends MPJ's 7-year tenure in the Mile High City. MPJ is coming off a solid 2024-2025 season as he averaged 18 points on 50% shooting, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists per ball game with Denver. But a shoulder injury hampered his campaign in the playoffs, putting up just half of his season average in 14 postseason games. Johnson is somewhat on the same level scoring-wise with almost 19 points a game, although he played for a Nets team that won just 26 out of 82 games in the regular season and missed the playoffs altogether.
Meantime, the Memphis Grizzlies secure one of their cornerstones with a massive deal. Per multiple reports, the Grizz and All-Star big man Jaren Jackson Jr. have come to terms on a 5-year, $240 million maximum renegotiation and extension. This adds 4 more seasons to the existing 2025-2026 season on Triple J's previous contract. The deal will last until 2030 with a player option in the final year. Jackson showed vast improvement over the past 3 seasons. Last season, he averaged 22 points for the second straight year while becoming the only player with 1,500 points and 55 blocks. Now, to say that the past 24 hours was a busy day for the NBA offseason is obviously an understatement.
And I did say these 2 words on top of the show. I said, buckle up. Well, indeed, do buckle up, because let's do a rundown. Here's a look at some of the highlight deals that took place. Let's do it. Now, let's try to do it really quickly. On your screens, as you can see right now, NBA transactions, here we go. Now, aside from extending Triple J, the Memphis Grizzlies also kept center Santi Aldama on a 3-year deal and 2-way rookie Cam Spencer on a 2-year contract. Ty Jerome, meanwhile, is also headed to the Grizzlies after signing his own 3-year agreement. The Phoenix Suns continue their off-season haul, this time bringing in Nigel Hayes-Davis, the 2025 EuroLeague champion and Finals MVP, on a 1-year deal. Guard Colin Gillespie also re-signs with the Suns on a 1-year deal. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Timberwolves have re-signed veteran Joe Ingles on a 1-year contract. The LA Clippers getting both Brook Lopez and Nicholas Batum on 2-year deals. Veteran guard Dennis Schroeder heads to the Sacramento Kings, his 10th team in the NBA. Meanwhile, Bruce Brown will make a Denver comeback on a 1-year deal 2 years after winning the title with the Nuggets. And center Kevon Looney leaves the Bay after 10 years to play for the New Orleans Pelicans on a 2-year contract.
Now, the Boston Celtics continue to lose assets as Luke Cornett joins the San Antonio Spurs on a 4-year contract, while the Detroit Pistons lock up free agents Paul Reed and Caris LeVert, both on 2-year deals. The Atlanta Hawks are also continuing their solid offseason so far, signing Nickeil Alexander-Walker on a 4-year contract and shooter Luke Kennard, who agreed to a 1-year deal. Free agent center Mason Plumlee reunites with the Charlotte Hornets after accepting a 1-year contract. And lastly, the Milwaukee Bucks are keeping key guys Kevin Porter Jr., who signed a 2-year deal, Gary Trent Jr. on a 2-year contract, and Taurean Prince on a 2-year agreement.
Whew, a lot of transactions, a lot of deals, and players moving to different addresses. Now, in other NBA news, it's better late than never for the Utah Jazz and their prized draft pick, Ace Bailey. Utah has held an introductory press conference for the incoming rookies, including this year's 5th overall selection. Bailey was joined by number 18 pick Walter Clayton Jr. and number 53 pick John Toney. Bailey had nothing but positive things to say about joining his new squad. This comes after the 18-year-old forward stirred controversy during the pre-draft process as he refused to work out for several NBA teams. That includes the Utah Jazz. Now here's Bailey facing the media for the first time as a member of the Utah Jazz.
Just blessed to be in this position I am. Not a lot of people can sit in these chairs and have great teammates as I got on, that came on with me, so I'm just blessed to be here. I got great energy. I mean, I can do everything from rebounding, from defense to scoring to passing, so I could say I could bring it a lot in different ways. I was excited to see what the practice facility was like. It's a great scenery. As soon as I got off the plane, I didn't think the mountains was real. I mean, it was so beautiful. It was just seeing that scenery, just being in that position, just getting off that plane, just meeting the coaches, it was just all great Definitely gonna be here for sure, putting a lot of weight room in, getting to know my coaches and my teammates. So I'll be doing probably both, just working out here most of the time. I mean, I trust my work. I mean, I countless hours in the gym. I mean, everything that I do. So I trust it. I mean, everybody make mistakes. God didn't put us here to be perfect. So just trust myself and just trust my process.
Moving on to volleyball, the PLDT high-speed hitters are off to a strong start and the PVL on tour. The high-speed hitters swept the Farm Fresh Foxies 25-18, 25-21, and 28-26. Without Savvy Davison, Del Palomata, and rookie Aliyah Malaluan, PLDT turned to Kiana D, Jovi Prado, and Kisha Bedonia to power the squad to victory. Bedonia top scored with 14 points to go along with 7 receptions. Team captain Catarado put up a solid double-double of 20 digs and 13 receptions, while Mika Reyes contributed 10 points, including 3 blocks.
I-take namin yung conference na to as a big challenge sa amin, knowing na, again, hindi na naman kami kompleto. Pero yun nga, yung opportunity na ibibigay sa mga like sila Keisha, gusto namin i-take yun na, kumbaga, pinaghirapan din naman namin yung preparation. So, sabi ko lang sa kanila, hindi natin sa kami aabot this conference. Pero yun nga, happy na nag-perform lahat. Saka niready naman sila sa mga situations na katulad kanina. So happy kami na na-execute namin.
Nung una pa lang po, nung pagbalik namin, nasabihan na ako ni Coach nun na i-prepare ko lang yung sarili ko mentally at physically po. Kasi yun nga, madaming sa amin. Umalis. Kasi yun, parang double din yung yung training ko, double din yung kinano ko sa physical and mentally ko. So yun lang po. And sinunod ko lang din po kasi si Coach, yung mga coaches ko po, lalo na sa mga passing, defense, and sa offense po.
Meanwhile, the Signal HD Spikers pulled off a stunning sweep over the Creamline Cool Smashers. Final score 25-22, 25-18, and 28-26. The HD Spikers rallied from a 5-10 deficit in the third set, taking control behind Erica Santos and Jel Cayuna's clutch plays. Signal stays unbeaten in Pool B with a 3-0 card while dealing Creamline its first loss of the preseason. And coming up, more volleyball as Alas Pilipinas women scores back-to-back wins. We tell you more about the team's victory over Australia to close out pool play in the VTV Cup. Play-by-play will be right back, right here on One News. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. Welcome back. Alas Pilipinas women is heading to the quarterfinals of the VTV Cup with momentum on their side. The national women's volleyball team swept Australia 25-13, 25-15, and 25-20 to close out the group stage with back-to-back wins. Vanny Gandler led the attack for the national team, while MVP Brooke Van Sickle continued to provide steady offense. Alas women are so far 2-1 in the tournament. The quarterfinals are set for July 3 through the final pairings, although the final pairings have yet to be determined.
Yesterday was rain or shine and TNT in the semis of the Philippine Cup. Tonight, let's go to San Miguel Ginebra highlights after Sunday showdown at the Big Dome, the Smart Arena at the Coliseum. Roll the first video. Let's go to SMB first. Here's Scotty off the Barrientos executing their play. Rosario has it. Off to Japet. The handoff. RJ. Blocked by Marshall Lassiter. Under 5 to play in the first quarter. San Miguel up 2. Good play by the vet over the young one. RJ, he tried to hang it there in the air, but no, sir, says the veteran. He's been through a lot of those plays. He knows. And look at that, good timing. Or Marshall. And that's Lassiter's only block, though, in the game, but he also had 5 points in this one. Okay, next one. Let's go to RJ, off to Malonzo, fires a 3, no go, rebounded by Tautua, stripped away. No, here's Jericho Cruz trying to avoid the athletic Malonzo, gets the bump. Eh, yun yung mga tinatawag na veterano moves. Di ba? Kanina si Marshall Black, ito naman, binangga, okay, binato na lang. Jericho Cruz gets that one up and in, plus a foul. At that point, Ginebra up by 9 with under 8 to play in the game. By the way, Jericho had 11 points in this one, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for SMB. Okay. Hinagis kanina ni Jericho Cruz. Punta naman tayo sa Ginebra. Take a look at that bump again. Okay, now here's Scotty. Off to Malonzo. Malonzo, the jumper. No, Scotty gets the rebound against CJ Perez to end the buzzer in the first half. Beat the buzzer for Scotty. Look at that play, heads up. Malonzo with 2 to go. And then Scotty against the tall trees. Sabi niya, wala nang oras. 0.6, Hages. Itcha na lang. And gets that one up and in. And the crowd at the Big Dome loving that effort from Scotty Thompson doing what he does best. Take a look at that. Heads-up play. High basketball IQ from Scotty Thompson. Solid game again for Ginebra. 16.7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Talagang pinunulang ni Scotty's stat sheet in this one. Okay, up to the next play. More Ginebra. Here's Scotty. Off to Malonzo. The roll by Scotty. Losing the handle. Saves it. RJ Barrientos against Wami. Chongson. Time winding down. 6 to go. 5, 4, 3. Back against the quarter. Helped by Jericho. And for 4. Bang! 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 Shades of Steph Curry. Remember that game? Finals gold medal match. I'm sure Denise does. Against France in Paris. Steph Curry that side, drawing the double and then letting that one up and in. Take a look. Good defense from Wami. Separation. Hages for 4. Ilista mo na para kay RJ Barrientos, 4 of 24 points from RJ, including 18 in the fourth and final quarter. Big game from RJ. Take a look again. Boom, boom. Jericho helps. Lets it fly bullseye. Lastly, Ginebra pa rin. Let's go. This time, here's Holt, given up by Rosario, getting that screen from Troy. And then let's that one go. Corner, wala, tap. Scotty sees, guess who? Drop it like it's hot, all alone. Dahil nakuha ni Scotty yung attention ng defense, si Mo Tautua, as he got that. And then nobody home on Japet. Two-handed flush for the big man. Japet, also big game. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block. Ginebra takes Game 3. Now up in this series, 2-1, 100-90 is the final score. Game 4, set tomorrow at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. That will be a good one. Tatabla ba yung SMB o lalamang Ginebra 3-1? Let's find out tomorrow. Denise.
And before we go, we've got a big win for Philippine softball. On softballs of Bago City, Negros Occidental punched their ticket to the 2025 Senior League Softball World Series in Delaware this July 28 to August 3. The softballs swept all 6 games to clinch the title at the Senior League Softball Asia Pacific and Middle East Regional Tournament in Indonesia. They completed a flawless campaign with these scorelines: 17-0 versus Guam, 15-0 versus Indonesia, 11-0 against Guam again, 17-0 versus Indonesia, another 15-0 versus Indonesia, and a massive 21-0 closer against Guam. So, dominance indeed. Again, congratulations to the champions and good luck in the World Series.
And before we go, of course, Alex Ayala is also competing right now at Wimbledon. She's making her historic main draw debut against the defending women's singles champion, Barbara Krejcikova. It's still the first set. Ayala just pulled even with Krejcikova. 2-2 is the score. You're actually monitoring there as well.
Scoreline,
Yep. Of course, this is the first round. Ayala against the defending Wimbledon champion, ranked number 17 in the world, Barbara Krejcikova. Good luck, Alex. Good luck to you. Sana, no? Sana manalo si Alex.
We've seen
dito.
her do that over and over again.
Yeah,
So
slay giants, and hopefully she slays the defending champ here in Wimbledon. That's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News. That's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We're also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
I'm Denise Tan, sitting in for Cheska Litten-Calao. Thank you for watching.